Welcome to Storytime, everyone. My name is Miss Kerrie, and I work with the Muskegon County Library System. We're going to go ahead and get started with our welcome song. Feel free to clap along or pat your legs to the tune. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Now we're here, let's have some fun. First we'll sing the ABCs, then we'll read and sing with me. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Now we're here, let's have some fun. Well, what did the song say we're going to do first? We're going to sing our ABCs. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Today we'll be hearing the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. During this summer reading, we'll be doing a lot of different fairy tales during our summer reading story times, so I hope you enjoy. Once upon a time, when giants still stomped the land, a widow lived with her son Jack. The widow became too sick to work, and one day they ran out of money. "Jack, please take the cow to town to sell her." Now Jack was brave and kind-hearted, but he didn't always use his head. His mother told him to think carefully before selling the cow. Jack promised he would. "I promise, Mom." He was halfway to town when a man stopped him. "Jack, I'll give you 5 magic beans for your cow." Jack thought, how could this stranger know my name and that I'm selling the cow? He must be magical, and the beans must be magical too. He traded the cow for the beans. The cow likes to fly away. And he went home, very pleased with himself. His mother was not happy, though. "You were tricked, silly boy," she cried. "There's no such thing as magic beans." And angrily she took the beans and she threw them out the window and down here in the grass. "Now we have no cow and no money," she said. "What shall we do?" The next morning, something tickled Jack's nose. Tickle, 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 and woke him up. Oh! Surprised, Jack saw the huge leaf had poked in his window. He pushed it away and peeked outside. A thick beanstalk stretched up, 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 its top hidden by the clouds. "They were magic beans," he whispered. Without waking his mother, Jack started climbing up the beanstalk. His arms and legs began to ache, but he soon forgot about them when he saw the castle. Whoa! Jack knocked on the castle door, and a giant woman opened it. "Who's there?" she asked, peering around. "I don't see well, so speak up." Jack wasn't sure he wanted her to see him, but he was hungry. "I'm down here," he said. "Do you have any work I can do for food?" And so the giantess picked up Jack by his collar and plopped him on the huge stone floor. "Start scrubbing," she ordered. Thud, thud, thud. "Ah!" said the woman. "It's my husband. Hide in the cupboard so he doesn't eat you. Scrub the floor later." Okay, here's going hiding. In walks the husband. The giant came in. Here we go. Make sure you guys can all see him. And took one sniff, and he said, "Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." "Don't be silly," said his wife. "You smell breakfast. Eat it while it's hot." After breakfast, the giant opened his bags of gold. Here we go. He's going to relax over here after breakfast. And here's his bag of gold. Oh. He began counting the pieces, but he fell asleep after 135,091. Just a little gold would feed my mother and me for a long time, Jack thought. So he snatched the bag and climbed quickly down the beanstalk. Jack's mother was delighted, but when she heard where Jack had gotten the gold, she hugged him tight. "Oh, those giants robbed us of that gold and 2 other treasures," she said. "They killed your father. I grabbed you and escaped. Promise me you won't go back for more gold." Jack promised. But the next morning, he began to climb the beanstalk again. "I promise not to go back for gold," the boy said as he climbed. "But I didn't say I wouldn't go back for something else. And after all, it was ours." Jack banged on the castle door. The giantess squinted her eyes and peered down at him. "Are you the thief that was here yesterday?" she demanded. "I'm no thief," Jack said. "I'm a hard worker, though, and I expect to be paid for it." The giantess picked up Jack by the collar and dumped him in a huge dish pile right over here. Yeah. "Wash these dishes." All right, here we go. Thud, thud, thud. "Ah!" said the woman. "It's my husband. Hide in the cupboard so he doesn't eat you and do the dishes later." Okay, here comes the husband. Ooh. "Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive?" Yeah, interrupted his wife. "You smell breakfast. Eat it while it's hot." The giant grumbled, and he ate. Then he got a goose from a crate in the corner. He put the goose on a table and roared, "Lay!" The goose honked twice, honk, honk, then waddled back to its crate. Here we go. Boop, 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 boop. On the table was a golden egg. The giant tossed it up and down like a ball. Then his eyes began to hurt from looking at the shiny gold. So he shut them. As soon as the giant fell asleep, Jack grabbed the goose and quickly slid down the beanstalk. His mother was waiting at the bottom of the beanstalk. She was very angry with Jack. "I didn't exactly promise not to go up again," Jack explained. "You knew you weren't supposed to," said his mother. "Go to your room." So here he goes to his room. Jack knew that he shouldn't, but the next morning, before his mother woke, he climbed to the castle, and instead of banging on the door, he crawled in a kitchen window when the giantess wasn't looking. Here she is. "The giant's wife hid me in a cupboard," Jack thought. "I'll hide somewhere else." He climbed into the wash tub. Soon he heard thud, thud, thud. Uh-oh. Here's the giant again. The giant came in, took one sniff, and said, "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smell." "You certainly do," interrupted his wife. "That little thief probably sneaked in again. He's always hiding in the cupboard." They looked, but Jack wasn't there. The giant ate his breakfast. And afterward, he got out a golden harp. Here, let's move away. I'll do other chores. Ooh. Back in your cupboard, man. Here. "Play!" he roared. The harp sounded like a sparkling stream pouring over the pebbles. The lady of the harp sang with no words. Jack was entranced. The music put the giant to sleep. Jack grabbed the harp, but he almost dropped it when it screamed, "Master, master!" Ah! Jack half scrambled, half slid down the beanstalk. The giant woke up and scrambled down after Jack. Jack screams to his mother, "Mom, get the axe!" Here she is with the axe. And a spoon. Jack's mother saw the giant close behind Jack. She grabbed the axe and whacked the beanstalk. "Jack, jump!" she hollered and whacked it again. Jack jumped to the ground. Whew. He snatched the axe and he whacked it one last time until the stalk snapped in two. Kaboom! Uh-oh, here comes the giant down and the beanstalk. The giant and the beanstalk hit the ground together, and that was the end of the giant. Jack, his mother, the goose, and the harp lived very happily together. Now, most of the time, plants just don't grow overnight, like in Jack's story. You can put a lot of time into them and see really good results, though. At home, why don't you guys try saving an empty jar for this fun activity? First, you put a little bit of water down in a jar, and then you take a damp paper towel or napkin and put that inside. Finally, you add a seed, preferably a bean if you're Jack, and you put it in the jar resting on the napkin where you can see it. And then place the jar in the sunlight and spray it with water every couple days. Then you'll see your plant growing, just like Jack saw his plant growing, but much faster. Next, we'll do a nursery rhyme together called Mary, Mary, Quite Contrary, which is also about gardening. Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? With silver bells and cockle shells and 3 pretty maids in a row. I assume for that song that the pretty maids are there to help it grow, that they tend the garden in that household. So next up, I'd like to discuss a fun craft that you can do with your children in order to get them more engaged with this story. Here, I'll set it up for you guys. Now, if you look here, I've made a beanstalk. You do not have to make it in color with colored paper. You can simply draw out a long string like this and then cut out some leaf shapes or draw them out. There's lots of different options, but I do suggest this. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut out all of these leaf shapes and put them back and forth on top of a beanstalk or a long line. And what you are also wanting to do, if you have a printer, or if not, you can use other pieces, you can print out your kids, these are my kids, and have them go up the stalk, jumping from place to place while they identify the different letters. So how you do the game. You're going to pick out 6 letters you want to reinforce with your child, and you're going to draw them on the beanstalk. And then use any leftover leaves and draw those letters on the leaves and use it kind of like a card game. Now, the original person who posted up this idea had an extra cube around the house, and that's just not something that I think most people have around the house. You might have an extra die, but the whole point is to try to get your kids to identify what these letters are. You want to make sure they know this is upside down, for instance. So in order to play the game, each player is going to take turns drawing a leaf and moving their picture to the next instance of that letter on the beanstalk. And this will continue until each player reaches the top of the beanstalk and goes into the clouds where the giants are. Lastly, I'd like to discuss with you our summer reading program. So our summer reading program is going on from June 1st to July 31st. It is actually open to all ages this year, including adults. You register for the program on muskingumlibrary.beanstack.org. There is a paper tracker available if you'd like. Just ask. You can read and complete fun activities, and that'll earn you digital raffle tickets for awesome prizes. This year, you decide what grand prize you would like, and then add your tickets to those items on Beanstack app, or you can have us do it for you. All youth will receive a free book at the end of summer reading. This summer's fun content, including viral story times, performances, and more, can be found on the Muskegon County Library System's Facebook page. So have fun and check it out. I hope you guys are having a great summer so far. Bye.